Hey everyone, this is my first YouTube video, and I just wanted to bring y'all along with a little project that I'm going to start. I've got a 1976 Chevrolet El Camino. It's seen better days. It was a really nice car when we got it, but it's had a rough life. Well, a few weeks ago I got COVID, and I spent about 78 hours watching Vice Grip Garage, and that's kind of what's inspired me to get out here in the shop and work on this old car and maybe give it some life back. As you'll see in just a minute, there is some dings and dents and things like that. It used to be a really nice car, but it's no longer the case. It is a runner. We got her in here and got it started. It hadn't been run in several years, or it hasn't been on the road in several years. I think somebody started it a little while ago, but it started right up, and we're going to change the oil on it today and see if we can't get it back on the road today, get it moving under its own power. Oil looks good in it, it's building good oil pressure, things like that, but I'll take you around, show you the car, and we'll go ahead and get started working. It's a little cold in the shop today, so I may have to turn the heater on and may lose some audio here and there, but y'all come along if you want to. Thanks for joining. Okay, like I said, it is a 1976 El Camino. It's a little dusty, a little dirty, as you can tell here. But if we move along, it's a pretty good old car. It doesn't have a whole lot of rust in it. Has some pretty substantial dings and dents there. If you look here at the door, that's completely caved in. Somebody did that. And then, but other than the door here on the driver's side, we're pretty straight. We've got a pretty good nick up here in the fender. Looks like somebody got into it with something. Maybe we can work that out. Paint is decent, but it's very, very dirty. On the inside, not too bad. Got one cut in the seat there. That'll come out. You can tell that the steering wheel's really, really dirty. Got some nice aftermarket gauges down there with the wire hanging down, so you rip that out. But overall, pretty decent car. Not a lot of rust in the car. It has, of course, a pretty good ding there in the door. Actually, the door's completely caved in. But if we come around to the other side, this is where things get a little more exciting here. Got a little rust bubbling through right here on the door, or on the front fender. Some right there. But as you can see, this whole rear quarter panel is completely demolished. Now the fortunate thing was that I was able to pick another, supposed to be new old stock, whether it is or not, I don't know, but pretty straight looking rear passenger side quarter panel for this car, so we'll get that put in. I don't know if I'll do that myself yet or not. I'm not a body person, not really a mechanic. I've just grown up on a farm working on things. As you can see, there's a little bit of a repair that occurred on this particular fender. They pulled it out as best they could and then put a tremendous amount of body filler in it. And, well, that's where she's at. So much body filler that this is what actually came out of it. So that's definitely approved, 100% mint there. So they did the best they could. They didn't have a replacement fender at the time, so they did what they could. The bed's in really good shape for the most part. It's had some leaves and water set in it, so it's kind of rusted. Got some pretty good surface rust here and there, but I think we can get in there, clean that up, and get that repainted and should be in good shape there. Maybe a little patching. I did crawl under it and notice that there were some rust holes in the floor. Shouldn't be no big deal to fix those up again. Everything's pretty good inside, and you can see that the squirrels have made it a home. But overall, I think she's worth bringing back, so we're going to give her a shot, see what we can do here. Now, under the hood here, we have a 350 two barrel, which It was supposedly rebuilt not long before we got it. We've owned this car since I was probably 13, so we've probably owned it for 20 years, give or take, maybe a few less. But a pretty clean old motor. We started it up the other day. Started and ran pretty well perfectly, and we're going to just go ahead and change the oil on it. Check transmission fluid. It looks good. Maybe a little bit low. Want to warm that up, but we'll get started. It is a factory air model, so you can see the air conditioning there and over there. And it's a pretty good old car. I mean, it's about as long as a boat and rides really good, but pretty nice old car. Again, somebody hooked to the rad support and tried to rip that out. So this radiator is just kind of, well, she's just kind of there. So have to figure out what's going on there. All the ignition, everything's intact. Like I said, it did run the other day, so should be in good shape there. But with that, we'll go ahead, we'll drop a battery in it and change on the oil and see how the oil looks. It's old oil, but we'll see how the oil looks and go from there. Okay, let's go ahead and get changing on this oil. Like I said, I know it runs, so it's definitely worth changing the oil. And I'm going to slide under here. It's too dark under there for you to see anything, but I'll pull the plug. We'll check it for metal. I'll look in the pan as oil comes out and see if there's metal in the pan. But nothing to it. Just grab your sockets, your oil catch pan, and slide under here. Oh yeah. Jeez. Snug under here. Just lift the factory speed over cable in here. Okay, that looks like her. There's that ratchet. Here, ratchet. There you go. Alright, let's get this oil out of here. Oh, she is taut. Just in there. Yeah. There's an old plug. Take this bit. Open it up before we run over. And let's take a look at this. Oh, there it is. All right. Well, it's good and black. There's no metal. That looks really, really good actually. Clean that off. And let's snag the filter out there. See what kind of filtre we have on this old girl. Good looking plug, no metal. What do you want to bet this is on there? Really taut. Really taut. Yeah, pretty sure the Hulk put that one on there. Oh, there's plenty of room too. Jeez Louise. Okay. All right, plan B. Plan B. Oh, here, we'll rest right there. Rest Well, that didn't work. So, let's see what else we got in the toolbox over here. Well, I'm gonna need y'all to just look away for a moment. Pretty sure the Hulk put that filter on last, so we're gonna have to get a little creative on getting it out. So. Oh boys, she was just an absolute fighter. Oh, just an absolute fighter. Oh, looks good. About 1 million gallons of gas in it. I got serious, guys. I ain't kidding you. Make sure I spray this right in my eyeballs. Well, look away, Derek. Looks like we had a Fram on there. I must have not been as intelligent in my past life, but I've been using these Wix filters for a very long time and really like them. They seem to be very, very good filters. And then we're gonna go with 1540 Rotella. According to Derek, it's got all the dinosaurs you need. So we're gonna go ahead and throw that back in there and we'll get some oil in this thing. I'm gonna spin the filter on and go from there. Alright guys, I got a question for you. I don't know what y'all do, but of course we're going to lube up the gasket on top of the filter, but do you put oil down in the filter? I typically do. That way the pump ain't got to work so hard to get the oil out or get the oil through there. I don't know, it probably doesn't matter. Some people say that they don't want to do that because it doesn't filter it. I don't know if that's true. I figure it's as clean as it'll ever be when it's in the bottle, so that's why I do it. And it just seems a little easier on the engine. I don't know. Could be totally wrong. I like it, so that's why I do it. If at all possible. Now, if you got an oil filter that's upside down, backwards, and 3 ways from Sunday I don't do it. But if I can, I'm going to dump this everywhere. If I can, I do like to put a little bit of oil in there, even if I don't fill it all the way up. I do like to put a little in there. So we'll just go ahead and do that, and then I'll put some on the gasket as well, just to make sure that doesn't leak on me. Again, just lube that up good. I'm going to get under there, make sure that other gasket came off with that oil filter, and screw this nice new wicks on top there. So I'll come back when we're dumping the oil in. Okay, we got the oil filter screwed on. We're going to go ahead and dump our Rotella in there. Went ahead and cleaned that funnel out before I did this, and I'm guessing it's going to take at least all of this, maybe a little more. And it's cold. This stuff is thicker than molasses in an igloo. Okay. While the oil's draining in there, we'll go ahead and put a new air filter on it. I got this one because it was the cheapest. Go ahead and take that off. To that. Good and tight. Let's get us a fuel filter in here. Need to do. Ooh, okay, guys. If you're ever working on these, that hood latch is approximately 75 inches long, and it will destroy your head every time. Let's go ahead and suck this old brake fluid out of here. Looks real clean on top, but down in there it's pretty nasty. Put it back. Yeah, not sure about all that. Well, that worked really well. Let's get that one little brake clean. Clean fluid. I don't know how much is too much, but Hey guys, thank you for following along. I'm really sorry, but I lost some of the video. I did get a video of me pulling it out, but I just lost some of the video. So we're going to close it out here. I've got some more parts to this series coming up. I'm going to try to get this car turned into a daily driver, just cruising car. It seems like it's going to be a pretty decent car. I've done a little more work to it that you'll see in the upcoming videos, and I've ordered some new parts, got some things fixed, and we're just going to go through it and get it good and reliable, good and safe, and we'll just start cruising around in it. I think I may even be able to get cruise control. So thank you for following along. New videos will be coming out soon, so stay tuned, and we'll get this whole car up and running again.